What an Olympics for you. That was so exciting. Tell me a little bit about the last week and a half.
It's pretty surreal, and to understand that everything that happened at the Olympics is pretty crazy. I mean, really, once you get into it, in the village, we're pretty internal. Within USA Swimming, we're just kind of, we created these bonds as just kind of a group of friends hanging out. Not just like Team USA. It was just some friends, and then, moving through the meet, it feels like any other meet that you go to. It's you go to the ready room, you get ready for your race, and then you try to race. But this time around, it turns out it was the Olympics.
Multiple gold medals. I'd love to hear a bit more about your individual race. From start to finish, what were you thinking about going into that race?
I mean, it was just kind of a game of swimming my own race and understanding that it's just 8 guys competing in a heat, and afterwards was kind of when the whole like Olympics things comes around, or all the externalities kind of present themselves. But when it's getting ready for that specific race, it's kind of just me in the water in my lane, and then 7 other people in the same. But going through my head was just kind of getting ready to swim. Is how I swim it. A lot of the field is just starting to come back so fast in that second 50. So it's not a matter of going out really fast and then hanging on or dying these days. It's almost like you got to build that entire second 50 all the way to the wall. So that's kind of the mental approach that I took to it.
And this being your second Olympics, so talk to me a little bit about the difference for you coming into London versus Beijing.
So London has just been, I think, just the fact that I've been on the national team a number of times before this was very comforting for me. Beijing was my first major international competition. I didn't know too many people on the team. Like, I was just kind of developing friendships, where at this time it was just kind of, I knew everybody, and I was already friends with them. I had already had relationships with them before the meet, and I think that really contributed a lot to how comfortable I was and how great of a time I had here.
I had an opportunity to meet with your parents, which was really neat, and they told me a little bit about kind of the lineage of swimmers in your family. What has that been like growing up in a family like yours?
It's been awesome. I got to see, I was going to Pac-10s when I was like 7th grade, going to watch my brother. I remember down at Belmont Pool in Long Beach, and just the fact that they kind of paved this road of swimming was nice, and knowing that I could maybe go to school on a swimming scholarship when I was at a pretty young age was something to strive for, and something that I trained with that in the back of my head. I competed with that in the back of my head, and it was kind of a good goal.
So London for you, now that your piece of the Olympics has completed, what are you doing?
Today I actually met up with some of my Cal teammates and walked around. It was kind of fun to experience everything from the outside. We went over to Hyde Park, and it was actually right when the triathlon finished, and I was so overwhelmed. There were so many people, but after 15 minutes they had all just kind of gone their way. I did a little bit of just shopping, figured my way around the tube. It's pretty easy to do and really convenient. So I think at this point, just kind of enjoying London. It's a pretty cool city, and it's relatively easy to get around.
And what's it like to be one of 46 Cal people in this Olympics?
It's pretty special. It's kind of cool seeing so many Cal people, whether or not they're part of Team USA. And then even when it comes down to Team USA, the physician was Dr. Chang, and I know her, and that I'd gone to visit her when I was a student athlete at Cal. It's kind of cool seeing that, and then seeing her here.
Cool. And what's next for you?
I'm gonna probably go home and then relax as much as possible. It has kind of been a whirlwind tour, and even now, traveling and doing a lot of different things, it takes a lot of energy out of you. And I think going home, really hitting the reset button, hanging out with my family a lot will really give me what I need to get ready to get back in the water and start training again.